So first time seeing the finished bison sculptures?
Yep, the first time. Hey Gary, they're not big enough.
This is a great American mystery. These plinths were created over 100 years ago without sculptures, and now is the moment where they're finally being fulfilled.
I mean, that was the first question I asked Kirk was, how does that happen?
Well, a pair of bronze statues depicting 3 larger-than-life bison have stampeded across the country to their final destination on the National Mall.
We just drove them across the country on this giant road trip.
We're taking these bison back to Washington, D.C. to celebrate the nation's 250th anniversary. It's the 10th anniversary of the bison becoming the national mammal, and there they'll be permanently installed forever, because museums are forever places.
Nervous about the overpasses.
We gonna hit? We gonna hit?
Woo! That's fine. That's good clearance.
Oh my God.
It's your new good luck charm to give the bison a high five.
That's true.
Boop.
A high hoof.
A high hoof.
Good driving conditions, huh? How far did you drive to come see the bison?
3.5 hours.
Great turnout, even in the rain. Incredible.
Bitterly cold and raining, nobody cares.
This project is incredible. It's harrowing, it's awful, it's uplifting.
Well, it's the great American animal slaughter. There were 45 million bison, and we nearly made them extinct.
The decade of 1870 was the slaughter decade, driven by Western expansion. It was driven by a desire to reduce the food available to the American Indians.
They were cherry-picked for hides.
It's not the meat, not the skeletons, but just the hides. But you could walk across plains, it was just skeletons of bison for everywhere.
And then eventually those bones were ground up and used for fertilizer.
Smithsonian, an amazing place, really became our nation's first bet on science. And here's the front porch of the museum. Those plinths have been empty since 1910.
116 years, those plinths have waited for something to happen.
Why? Why are they?
I don't know.
I don't know if it was because the museum couldn't decide what they wanted to put on there.
It's hard to get things done sometimes in Washington. People come, they go, people forget it. Then you had 2 world wars.
The plinths are empty right now, but 1 week from today, they will not be empty. In 1886, Smithsonian had a taxidermist named William Hornaday. Hornaday says, I think we should go collect some bison, which is like a deal with the devil. If we don't do this, they'll be gone for sure. If we do this, there might be some way to save the bison, and it's worth a shot. And here's the diorama he built.
These dioramas used to be like television. They were a way to travel to different places in the world that they couldn't do any other way.
So it was seen by millions of people, and it really did trigger the beginning of the bison conservation movement. And off they went. They started figuring out how to save the bison. And wow, that is really cool. I'm the director of this museum. I wonder where those bison are. They must be in the closet somewhere. We've given them away. And I discovered the Smithsonian bison exhibit in Fort Benton, Montana. And we walk in there, and there they are. You know, I was feeling kind of sad because I was like excited to have figured out where the bison had ended up, but it was really clear they weren't going to leave there either.
So I heard the idea for these sculptures was actually your idea.
No comment.
She said, why don't you just put bronze bisons on the front steps of the museum? I'm like, that is a good idea.
The fact that there's often dinosaurs or mammoths, I think just the idea of a living animal is kind of compelling, because a lot of them are having struggles.
So do you think the bison was a good choice?
I mean, a flamingo would have been like, would have been insane. 2 giant pink flamingos on your nation's front lawn.
It makes a huge amount of sense to take our national mammal and a very North American symbol.
We are the buffalo, and the buffalo are us. We love them. They weren't just a food source. These were our relatives. So they provided everything we needed.
The cultural relevance and the spiritual relevance first to the first peoples of this land, and then to all of us. We're bringing an icon back to Washington, and this was the right choice.
I mean, it's really great to see all these people here, especially the little ones.
Being here, I feel sincere and grateful.
Ask for your blessing, and I pray as they travel
the spirit may go with them. It's good that they're thinking this way and they're wanting to have this done.
Surprising how emotional I got about that.
It's overwhelming that our whole country can come together and honor the legacy of these bison. I got a lot of joy. About this, and thanks for making this great American bison road trip happen.
It's our job to reach people, to underscore that we're a place that welcomes visitors to experience the natural world or make a connection with the natural world so that they can take that knowledge and apply it to actual experiences within their communities.
How does it feel to be the artist chosen to finish this?
I feel absolutely humbled that I was included in it.
Gary built our amazing 52-foot long megalodon shark, which came in a building of 21 pieces.
It has to work on a bunch of different levels, so it's got to be aesthetically interesting, accurate to the animal, and it's got to also give a nod to the history.
Here they come!
Pretty dang cool, all I gotta say right now.
I've never seen a flying bison before, and now I've seen two.
The crowd was stoked. The crane lifting the bison with the Washington Monument in the background.
It feels like they've always been here. Like they've been here since 1910.
Let's shake and bacon. I cried a little bit when they put the first one down for good. We're watching something that is gonna live here forever, and I feel pretty fortunate to be here.
And it's my tremendous pleasure to dedicate the national mammal at the National Museum on the National Mall.
And this was possible because of a gift, right?
Absolutely. And one woman, Naomi Tate, made the gift that allowed us to build and transport these bison and put them here forever.
Naoma, thank you for your gift.
Things that are really right like this are so worthwhile. Done beautifully, done right.
It's a big day, big day. It's very, very, very proud. These are special. It's a wonderful thing.
Did you get teary too?
Yeah.
Gary put it together in a masterful way. It's a very, very important piece for this country.
I'm just so proud of the work that he's done, and they're important to so many people. And that's what we found on the road trip. Anywhere we went, we seen people just walk up and start crying, and it's really kind of an amazing thing. The chance like this come along so rarely, where all the pieces just line up, and he's got such amazing historical resonance and such tied in 250th anniversary of the nations, and now the cultures are coming back. The bison are coming back.
I think there's a chance that this will work, that we'll actually start seeing bison that are being bison again, which would be a pretty amazing thing to imagine.
These days, I'm hopeful. I see a lot of movement around restoring bison to the land, as well as I see prairie restoration.
We're not in the business of telling people what to do or how to think, but we are in the business of sharing knowledge. It's super heartening to be able to tell this story. So many stories end with extinction in the museum where we work, and this is one that doesn't, which is really, really cool.
If there's anything that these sculptures can do, we could see them as a sign of hope, correcting our issues in the past and seeing a brighter, more optimistic future for wildlife and our planet.